It's time to conquer a mental emergency. What is pride? Well, it depends. Pride can be both positive and negative, good and bad. But one definition of pride is the love of one's own excellence. But what happens when this self-love is on steroids? We have a problem. Many consider pride the worst of the 7 deadly sins.
It's interesting to me because I always thought it was a good thing to have a little pride in yourself.
Yeah, but when it turns into narcissism, I think it's
and that's
not
what we're
good.
going to talk about, because the good pride is I'm proud of being an African American, or I'm proud of being an Asian, and
A mix of a whole
lot of stuff, right? So we have pride, a good pride, because we're able to connect with something.
But how does that
when
turn bad?
It turns bad, it becomes all about me.
Okay.
It's not about you at all. So, pride, how do we conquer this pride? That's what we want to talk about today. So, this is what we're going to do. Dun, da, da, da. We want to take responsibility, and I want everybody to just say it out loud. It's not about me.
It's not about me.
Believe it or not, it's really difficult for people to
Dang it.
say that. It's not about us. And I say this over and over. It's not about me. At some point in time, it does. It needs to become more about other people than just that. That's where narcissism comes in. It's not about you.
I think everybody's had that friend that you feel like it's always about them, and you don't want to hang out with that person.
You can
I
tell
mean,
them a
it gets
problem,
old.
and instead of like listening or giving advice, they'll be like, well, when I was this, and when this happened to me,
It gets old
and
fast.
it's one thing, and that's what the second one is: stop talking and listen.
Okay.
The best way to get rid of someone is to not listen. Right?
Yeah.
But you want to engage in a healthy relationship. Stop. It's not about you. Listen.
Okay.
And it's okay. And then I want you to say this out loud. I'm sorry, and you're right.
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't like.
I'll get back to you on that one. No, I was just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And literally,
you're right.
that is probably the number one problem
sorry,
that we.
you're right. Okay, sorry, she was getting on me for not saying
it. But believe it or not, it's very difficult for us to allow someone else to be right. We see it in the workplace all the time. We see it in our relationships.
And it's not always intentional, too. I got to put that out there. I think a lot of times people just want to help, and maybe they don't realize that they're turning things around and always giving their own examples and trying to give you the best way to do things. It might not be intentional.
Yeah, it may not be intentional, but this exercise is really for us, because it's not saying that we're all narcissistic and we all have so much pride, but it's just being aware so we can connect and have healthy relationships.
Yeah, it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, so
you guys
that's the
give that one
conquer.
a shot, okay?